In this session, I will describe why Agile is better than waterfall at increasing confidence with stakeholders and customers. Enjoy. Agile encourages the delivery team members and stakeholders to collaborate throughout the product's delivery. This collaboration has the net effect of increasing customer satisfaction because they can see progress being made during each sprint when they receive working pieces of software. If you've worked on a waterfall project, you will recall that the product delivery goes through a series of stages or phases from requirements gathering, product development, implementation, testing, and then maintenance. It is often the case with waterfall that the first the customer sees of the product is when it is complete in its entirety. Agile, on the other hand, breaks down the product into smaller items of value that are delivered in a series of iterations with each sprint. Now, for example, I inherited a waterfall project that was delivering a sales website for a car company. For 2 years, the website was stuck in development, and the customer was frustrated that they had received nothing of value. Also, the customer's needs had changed in that time, and this meant progress had ground to a halt because requirements gathering had to restart the entire product delivery. By then, the customer lost confidence in the team's ability to deliver. So when I took over, I scrapped the waterfall method in favour of being more agile. First, we had the customer sign off parts of the product that they considered complete. We then articulated what work remained to be done. Then we prioritised features or items of value by both its order of value to the company and those which required the least effort to build. This meant we delivered every 2 weeks with each sprint a working piece of software that the customer valued. With each sprint review, the customer signed off the work we presented, and within 6 months the website went live and sales increased by over 20%. So, what did the team do differently to deliver this success? The first thing we did was we gathered detailed requirements only of those items of the highest value to the customer. We then estimated the effort needed to complete the work, and we prioritised items of the highest value to the customer which required the least effort to deliver. Now, from memory, the highest item of value requiring the least development effort was the order form, then the product description page, and then a quote function. We did not do detailed requirements for items of value that were done in the far horizon. Instead, all effort was focused on what could be delivered in the near horizon, which we determined to be 6 weeks. During the sprint retrospectives, we were careful to capture lessons learned, what went well and what did not. One area we discovered that didn't go so well was that the customer often changed their mind when they were presented with work done during the sprint review. In the background, we did an investigation through a Pareto analysis, and we found that the customer was changing their mind because although they had an idea of what they wanted, it wasn't until they saw a working example that they could refine their requirements. So we decided to include prototypes as items of value and increase the number of reviews with the customer. Wireframe prototypes were used to show screen layout and colour schemes, etc. Now, once these were signed off by the customer, we then developed within hours a more detailed prototype of the website with which the customer could interact. By seizing the opportunity to refine the customer's requirements through using interactive prototypes, we had 0 rejected work in subsequent sprint reviews. Now, let me elaborate on this point. Always exploit and enhance opportunities to collaborate with the customer. Whenever I deliver a website or some other interactive portal, I sit down with the client and develop a prototype with them. I've hand-drawn the wireframe in front of them as they gave me their requirements. I've even built reports and dashboards using low-tech tools such as whiteboards, sticky notes and felt-tip pens. In the past, I've built prototype databases and reports using Microsoft Access to help refine the customer requirements. Low-tech tools are everywhere, and using them can be a fun experience for both you and the customer. I encourage you to include in your product backlog and your sprint backlog prototypes as items of value. Prototypes increase customer confidence because they can see, often in real time, that you get their needs, and this is where the value comes from. Even if the customer changes their mind after signing off a prototype against which you built something, that's okay. My experience is that there will be fewer rejects in your sprint reviews as time goes by. And remember, a Pareto analysis can be a helpful technique to identify and target the causes behind rejected work. Agile approaches emerged because waterfall cannot always cope with fast delivery of products and with ever-changing requirements. By focusing requirements gathering and delivery on near-horizon items of value, you are not wasting valuable resources, time, money and people on far-horizon requirements that may change. Don't consider Agile as only useful for software development. This is not true. For example, the construction industry is known for having an Agile mindset. The construction industry has to cope with weather conditions that may delay a phase of its project. Being more agile means the construction industry will switch from the delayed phases due to weather to a different phase to keep on delivering. In summary, collaborate with your customers more using prototypes. Capture their urgent items of value and then deliver the items of value that are the highest, starting with those that require the least effort. If work is rejected by the customer, analyse why and target the cause. I hope this session was useful. Take care.